Hello?
Oh, hey, what's happening there, Mr. Savage? I just hit the live button. Literally, I just hit the live button, man. Oh, hey, what's happening there? Let me go and turn that down. I can't. I have to. Literally, I have to go and turn. There we go. There we go. All right, I had to mute that screen. So, and there's that. Then I have to pull up the attempt to pull up the white paper screen. How you doing, man? Well, first things first. Did you you didn't leave work early, did you, to get here? Did you?
No.
Okay. Well, first things first. Thanks for coming. Yeah, I'll do some. This is a PORCHLyTE podcast. This is Craig Harris, and yeah, I got some possible information I want everybody to take with a grain of salt, just however you want to do it. Savage is here because, well, first things first, he's here because he's a good guy. This is, I know it's 6 o'clock his time, Saturday, and he could be going out, bending the elbow. He may have a date here shortly, but this is a PORCHLyTE podcast, so these won't go long. And just some real quick house cleaning. Welcome everybody that's here. Thanks for being here. Check out, I was on a podcast earlier today with the Ash and Luca, and All Day Digital stopped by, J-Dub City stopped by. She had a fantastic panel. I mean, it was really good. Just it was fun. They made fun of the old man for my cell phone. So it has a selfie button on it. I didn't know it had that on there. So I just got a new phone. But so what's up, Savage, man? Go ahead and shout yourself out. And this is back-to-back nights, isn't it?
Yeah, it would be, yeah.
But yeah, so thanks for coming on, brother. And I do appreciate it. Yeah, no problem. And there's some general gaming information. Spider-Man, there were some things about Spider-Man having day-night cycles. I don't know if they're going to have a dynamic day-night cycle for Spider-Man, but what's that? Sounds like a seal.
Okay. Hold on 1 second.
Oh, yeah, go ahead, man. Go ahead. He's muted. Yeah, this real quick. Spider-Man, it was we didn't know if there was going to be a day-night cycle like you have in Fallout game or, The Witcher or something like that. And apparently it depends on what mission you take. Some missions are night missions, some are day missions. Some missions, if you're coming home late at night, it may turn daytime. So just so you know. It's so people that were asking about that, because I know there's people on Twitter, they're still salty about it. And a big shout out to PorterRock77. He just did about a 20-minute video. Y'all go check that brother out. He's still dropping knowledge from across the pond. And he's a good dude. Just definitely miss him over here. Not the same in the States without him. We over here holding it down. The bots are kind of getting out of control, but I take a different tack with the bots because I can't even address them anymore. I'm only gonna speak to the people in the Xbox community that are playing the games and are enjoying what they got. And if you don't like it, it's okay to say I bought something and I don't like it. Do not. If people who are making cats feel guilty for buying something, not liking it. I mean, I bought a fan the other day, a fan. I didn't, I thought it was going to have enough power for my room. It didn't, and I took it back. I don't, it's stupid to keep something that you don't particularly care for. So, yeah, also, again, with the whole Spider-Man thing, Sony owns the intellectual property rights to Spider-Man. So do not try to blame Insomniac Games, which apparently Sony, shout out to Jay Barry, Sony likes the Spider-Man game so much they've entered into a partnership and it will stay exclusive. Spider-Man will stay exclusive to Sony for the for the next time being. That's officially a co-opted studio to make this game. Just as Sony Santa Monica makes MLB The Show. But let me give a big shout out to everybody that came here. It is Saturday night, like I said, and you all could be doing 8 million other things. But you went ahead and joined your boy for a short shot of bourbon or whatever your drink of choice is like. And yeah, I do have some information that came to me earlier today. It's not from my normal source, Luwafa. I can't put this. Luwafa got nothing to do with this. This is a different source, so take it with a grain of salt. Luwafa was pretty spot on with what he told us. So Savage just dropped out. I hope we can come back. But first things first, how's everybody evening going? And what's everybody in the chat been playing? What's everybody in this chat been playing? I would like to know. Hopefully Savage can pop back on. I know he may have some other stuff going on. So what's going on over here? Disinfect Enemy, Halo Storm, Impatient Fire, Dave D, what's happening? Stephen King, what's happening? Playing Far Cry 5, all right. What else? I was playing Elite Dangerous before I jumped on. That was my game of choice. Played Disney Adventures. All right. How is Disney Adventures? Your alma mater. All right. That's a good game, I've heard. I gotta get to that.
Sorry, my PC's acting up, so I had to switch to my phone.
Okay, that's fine. I can appreciate that. God knows I had some issues with my PC with the bandwidth yesterday. So Mad Max on the PS4, Wipeout Omega. Now, Top Dog, how is that Wipeout Omega? Is it as good as what people are claiming it is? Shout out to Digital Foundry. So it's not a bad game for a kid's game. It's not bad for a kid's game. Okay. Gamers United's been playing Far Cry. I assume it's Far Cry 5. Bloodborne, alrighty. Yeah, I don't see, don't slaughter me for this, but I don't see what the big deal about that game is. I was just walking around slashing people. So if there's something else I'm supposed to be doing, please let me know. I may stream that. Hell, I may stream that later on. You all can get a good kick out of it. So Savage, what about you? I know you went to work today, but have you been playing anything, or are you just waiting for God of War?
Yeah, I've been playing Ni no Kuni 2 a lot.
I see it.
50, almost 60 hours in it now.
Okay. Yeah, and that game, man, you took some cool screenshots of that. That water shot, I thought that was pretty funny. Your characters there trying to find the Kraken.
Yeah.
Yeah. Support gaming. Oh man, you've been busy. GT Sport, Battlefront 2. Yeah, nobody else but J-Dub has contacted me to play GT Sport. That actually did surprise me. Assassin's Creed Origins. How do you like Assassin's Creed? I'm just doing some filler material right now. kind of helping them build up the anticipation. How do you like Assassin's Creed Origins, Guy Code 17? Is it, for me, it was one of the best Assassin's Creeds I've played since Assassin's Creed Revelation, which is my second favorite Assassin's Creed. I like that one. I like that Assassin's Creed 2. I like that Assassin's Creed 3 where you were playing that Native American dude who was I was just slaughtering people with that guy. So I'm playing GT Sport almost every day. Cool. I think I've got my B license, and the A license, they never backed down, man. I thought they would. I don't know if I don't know if you've ever tried to play Gran Turismo, but getting all those licenses was
Gran Turismo. Oh no. I don't play race or driving games.
All right, it's brutal.
I played the beta because it was free, but that was it.
Yeah, what's a fun game?
Consistent of like an hour at most.
I heard that. But what's going on? All right, we got about 30 people in here. It's Friday night. Well, what's happening, everybody? What's happening? All right, so what's happened is besides Spider-Man causing all the drama. And hopefully people, like I said, I have no problem caping for the Xbox community that is playing their games, likes playing their games. These people that are online attacking developers, I am not caping for those folks. I shout out to Jay Fonz. I don't hate these people, but y'all need to grow up. You know, I'm just gonna leave it there because it ain't worth me engaging. So, but here we go. I'm gonna go ahead, Savage, and at this point, I need your help here. And these are potential leaks, white paper leaks of both the PS5 of the next generation consoles. Okay. Now, we'll go ahead and start with the PlayStation 5 because that seems like that was the big leak this week. So, and I won't read the entire paragraph because it kind of bleeds over. I'll just start here. So, Sony decided to shoot for true native 4K, 60 FPS performance across the board, no bullshit compromises. And so the specs for the PS5 dev kits are as follows. These are the dev kits, and this is a leak, and this is not from Lou Wafa, so please take this with a grain of salt or forever hold your peace. All right, you ready, Savage? Because I'm going to start dropping the numbers here, and then you can help. Okay. Semi-custom chipset. Okay. CPU equals 3.4 GHz quad-core Ryzen CPU. So what exactly is this type of CPU, performance-wise?
That would just be a Ryzen at 3.4 gigahertz.
Okay.
It doesn't say the cores or if it's using SMT or multi-threading.
Correct. It says quad-core.
Yeah. Well, if it's quad-core, I'm pretty sure it's using multi-threading. So I'm guessing it's going to have 4 threads. Or 8 threads, sorry. 8 threads.
All right, this is the PlayStation 5 we're talking about, folks. We haven't gotten to the X yet, but we'll spend a little time here. Let's see. Now we're gonna go to something called GPU. And again, take these with a grain of salt. It did not come from Lou Wafa. If it was with Lou Wafa, I'd be rolling on him, you know. But all right, GPU equals 11.3 teraflops, semi-custom 60 compute unit AMD GPU running at 1296 MHz. Can you break that down in English there, Savage?
That would be what, 1192? Is that what it said? 1192?
11.3 teraflops, 1296 MHz.
Yeah, so that's 1.2 gigahertz. Does it say how many compute units?
Let me come down a little bit here.
It would say CU.
No, it says semi-custom 60 compute units. What it says.
60.
Yeah.
Let me pull this up real quick.
While you're pulling that up, I'll jump back on the chat and see what they think.
That doesn't add up, actually.
Okay, well, like we said, it's a leak. So,
because the way that adds up, that would add up to 9.9 teraflops.
Okay. So almost 10 T-flops. I mean, come on, 9.9. Are we getting a little picky here?
Well, I'm just saying. I was just doing checking the math on it. That's all.
No. You're good. You're good. No. I'm not questioning anything you're doing here, brother. So now memory. So that's what I said. Take it with a grain of salt. So between 9 and 12 T, or I've always said between 10 and 12 T-flops. So, but we'll move on. Something called memory, which I guess that's important. 16 GB. DD. Is that right? Should it be is it DDR or is it just DDR?
It would be DDR. But my guess is they're using graphical DDR, so it'd be GDDR.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure
there's no
G
in front of this. That could be what it should have been. It's got 3 D's and a little R. So then a number 5 and a letter X. Memory 484 GB per second bandwidth. That is in essence is the leaked PS5 dev kit. I mean, there may be more to it. It doesn't say anything about Blu-ray or nothing about that.
And it's saying this for GDDR5X?
Well, it has 3 Ds. So I'm assuming, let me make this clear. I'm assuming, don't put Savage in this. I'm assuming that it's supposed to be a GDDR, not a DDDR. It's got a triple D. Which is good in some cases, but it's got 3 Ds and R5X. That's what it says.
And what does it say for the memory numbers, and then it says per second?
Yeah, memory is 484 GB. G is in good, B is in bad, per second bandwidth.
Do they have the G5 clocked really well?
It does not.
Because the Titan XP right now has 12 gigs, and it has of G5X, and it's actually the same clock, the same memory bandwidth.
Okay.
So if they're using 16 and it's that, they would have to underclock the RAM pretty slow, or down, not slow. It wouldn't be slow.
All right. Well, now with the numbers that are in front of you, would this system run 4K native 60? I'm sorry.
I mean, it could. Yeah, that's possible.
All right. It says true native 4K 60 FPS. Okay. So let's come over here to the chat to see what they're saying, because some of the numbers add up, some of them don't. Looks like between 10 to 12 T-flops. And again, this is leaked. So it says 10 T-flops sound fine when you consider what they can do with 1.8. That's true. Yeah, Gamers United, TikTok, laugh my ass. Yeah, I know, it's pretty crazy. DJ Spartan Guy said that's kind of whack. So this sounds like a $500 console. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I said this to you guys a couple of weeks ago. That doesn't include the VR. So let's go to the top of the chat. Are there any questions so far about the numbers? I'm just reading the numbers directly off this. So again, 10 T-flops are rapid pack math. Possibly, it didn't say that. I'm not adding anything to it. Yeah, Guy 17 said it, so it's doing a little bit more. You're right about that. The GPU, now this, what's called is saying that the GPU cut down Vega 64. What exactly does that mean?
Vega 64 is a consumer GPU that's on the market now. It's AMD's high-end consumer GPU at the moment. The 64. They have the 64, and then they have a water-cooled 64 with it.
Now Andrew Wilkins is claiming that. Andrew, let me know if you want in here. Let's see here. It says the actual PS5. Now his will be 10 T-flops. Dev kits are always more powerful than the final product. That was jiving with what you were saying last night, right?
Yeah. They usually have the GPU is higher, and the CPU can be clocked higher.
Now, wait a minute. Blue Waffle, hold on. Blue Waffle has said nothing true. Well, first things first, his name's not Blue Waffle, and he did get the CPU right. He said that the CPU would be, which that's what he banked on. That's what he was doing, or maybe it was a she, but that's what they were doing, is they were trying to say that it was going to be the equivalent of an i5. Well, that's pretty much what a Ryzen is. I mean, I'm not here to say the Ryzen can't do a little bit more. But when you look at it side by side, when I was on that computer screen, the Ryzen was better for gaming. The i5, it said, was better for desktop, like if you did business. So it just depends on what you were doing. So, yeah, the Xbox community is too busy complaining about Spider-Man. Yeah, you're right about that. They can release a new console tomorrow. They be still bitching. So... Oh man. All right, Savage, go ahead, brother. I didn't mean to cut you off, man.
Oh, I wasn't saying anything.
Oh, well, too bad. All right. Well, yeah, waffles are delicious. Yeah, but his name's not Blue Waffle. I get it though. I like that nickname, but come on, that's a code name he picked out. Let's just call him. You could call him Sweet Lou, Louie, Lou Waffle. But come on, Blue Waffle. Come on, that's come on, guys. That's weak sauce. I know that's our little thing, though. But well. Me not knowing how to get a screenshot the word, that's pretty weak too. All right, here we go, Savage. Here we go. I'm sorry, brother. We'll get back into it. I have to go back to the top here to get the numbers for the Xbox. And it's let's see here. Let me move here. All right, here we go. Now.
Oh, yeah, no, I was saying, actually, I'm sorry. I was saying that, yeah, they have, for dev kits, they make them, with, in a sense, the GPU. Usually what it is because with consumer markets, they reduce the number of computing units on the consumer version because that way if there's one product that, in a sense, one of them doesn't work as well as the others, they can just reduce it. It's for quality control, so they can still use that in a regular. While the dev kits, they're all in use and they can be clocked higher as well.
Wow. Now, if it clocks higher, you need to have a better cooling unit, right?
Yeah. Dev kits will always have better cooling units with them. Yeah.
Okay. See, I'm learning. Yeah, I'm listening to you guys. Don't think I'm not. Okay. So, all right, here we go. Now this is the leaked white paper. Again, take it with a grain of salt. This is for X2, AKA, which means also known as, for all you all who aren't bilingual, X2. Okay, that's just X2. Now here, we're going to start right now. Savage can help break these numbers down. So this is the alleged numbers. We're going to start with something called a CPU. So here we go. Hope you all got your pens ready. CPU equals 3.7 GHz custom Ryzen based 6-core CPU. So how do we break that down there, Mr. Savage? Is that if it's 6 cores, what does that mean?
Be a hex CPU, and if it's only 6 cores, pretty sure they're implementing the same thing with SMT. It's hyper-threaded, so it'd be 12 threads.
Okay.
And that's 3.7 gigahertz, which I'm not sure why they would go that high on a console. I would just develop for more cooling, more power draw. So
yeah.
They don't need to go over 60 FPS on console, so they really don't need. I would actually say they don't really need a CPU over 3.2 gigahertz.
Yeah, that could be the final, because remember the dev kit, because these are the dev kits, guys. So this is apparently what they're developing the new stuff on. There's more info here. We'll get into it. GPU. Big shout out to everybody that's here. Savage, thanks for coming, brother. GPU equal fully custom 13.8 teraflop 70 compute unit AMD running at 1472 MHz. So I don't know if you want to break out your trusty Savage calculator there.
I was typing in the numbers as you were saying that.
Okay.
So what does it say it's listed as for the teraflops?
13.8 teraflop.
That comes out at the actual numbers you gave me comes in actually at 13.1 teraflops.
Okay.
13.189 actually.
Okay. 13.18. This is called at 13.2. Or we can round it completely down to 13. But okay, yeah. All right, I got you. 70 compute unit AMD running at 1472 MHz.
That would be Just that would be at 1700 megahertz or 1.7 gigahertz. I could see it, but the same thing kind of applies. I don't see them really going over 15 megahertz for GPU.
Mm-hmm.
You really don't need it. I mean, because with PC, you can overclock it to get better performance, of course, but with consoles, you have a target for that. So I don't see why they would have both the CPU and GPU clock that high.
I don't disagree, but remember, like you were saying, it's a dev kit. So,
yeah.
But yeah, I see what you're saying. Memory equals 16 GB. That's gigabytes, I believe. HBM memory, 570 GB per second bandwidth.
570 gigabytes per second?
570 GB per second bandwidth.
And what kind of memory is it saying it's listed?
It says 16 GB HBM memory.
Okay, and I don't see them ever using HBM. For one, HBM Gen 1, it only has, I mean, it has some major flaws in it.
Oh.
But HBM2, I mean, even HBM2, I mean, even though they're moving to HBM3 right now, HBM2 is still more expensive. That would just majorly jack up the price of the console. Yeah. I see both next-gen consoles using GDDR6 memory.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Oh, keep going, brother. I'm sorry.
Oh no, that's about it. That's it. I don't see them using HBM. HBM1 it would not be reliable enough, and HBM2 or HBM3 would be way too expensive. That'd be like $1,000 console or something.
Well, it says FYI, yes, those clock speeds are very high for consoles, but remember, Xbox 2 chipset will be 7nm FIN FET chips low power and will run very cool. And the X already shows Microsoft knows how to use a high-end GPU type vapor chamber liquid cooling solution, which is utterly fantastic. So yeah, no worries about temps. It continues to say the Xbox 2 will be true native 2160p 4K, 120 FPS capable, although 4K 60 will still be the status quo. But with VRR, HDMI 2.1 television sets releasing late 2018, true 4K 60 to 120 FPS unlocked frame rates with variable refresh will be the standard. And trust me, the 3.7 GHz custom 6-core Ryzen CPU tasked with the single solitary purpose of running games will absolutely be able to push 120 FPS native 4K. There'll be no more 30 to 60 FPS locks, only as the X2 will have options to run unlocked frame rates for those two with HDMI 2.1, VRR capable 4K HDR television sets. So I'm not done yet.
Okay. You're never gonna get 120 hertz on a hexa-core CPU that's only clocked at 3.27 gigahertz. That's especially not at 4K. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. So
yeah.
So that's the way it rolls. But it does say PS5, of which will be an equally impressive machine, although it won't come close. I'm sorry, it won't come anywhere near the performance of the X2, as Sony will never win the power and performance battle ever again, as the next gen X2 will reign supreme as the undisputed king of power and performance in the console arena. Because now just because the X2 will be much more powerful than the PS5 doesn't mean at all the PS5 won't be powerful enough, though cause it very much will be, although just not quite on par with the X2, mainly because Sony felt the heat of the Xbox One X murdering the PS4 Pro, and so Sony rushed a little bit and wanted to get started on the PS5 as soon as possible. And so Sony decided to shoot for true native 4K 60. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of the white paper.
You're breaking up. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Oh, okay. I was saying that ended up. That's the end of the white paper. I'll come back into the chat to see if anybody's head exploded. So, yeah, people are saying 4K 120 FPS my ass. Okay, that's. I mean, like I said, take it with a grain of salt, people. Xbox still trying for power narrative. They'll never learn. Oh, okay. Well, again, I am just reading the numbers, people. It doesn't matter to me. So you're loving Money Mike. What did it say? Now the chat's really going. So 120 FPS will melt your eyes. Well, that's rumored to be what the new PSVR is supposed to run. I don't know. So you're loving Far Cry 5. Oh, okay. Yeah, it was fun. So Horizon Zero Dawn only used 30% of the Pro GPU. Really? That I didn't know. So, yeah, thanks, Chris Colbert. Now do PS6, or are we doomed to repeat it? So Ryan Landis, yeah. So, well, Savage, what did you think about those numbers? They didn't add up, did they? Or I mean, what did you think as far as dev kits? Not as actually as far as what's going to be out at the store, but as far as dev kits, what do you think about that?
I would like to get in contact with this person. I would like to know what PS6 specs are as well.
Yeah, I know.
That's pretty much how I think of this. It sounds like somebody. I remember the whole year before Scorpio or Xbox One X came out, Scorpio. I remember seeing so many people post up so many things that they have insider sources about the Xbox Scorpio specs, and every single time they always, of course, had in Ryzen and Vega. And so I'm guessing this is somebody that, who knows, maybe since they gave the Xbox a lot higher specs, I'm guessing this is going to be an Xbox fanboy. Probably one that knew that the Xbox One X was Ryzen and Vega and was using GDDR5X as well. So that's my guess.
So you saying that the specs are garbage?
Yeah, they don't add up at all.
Well, that's what I thought when I was looking at them too. I'm like, well, this is not making sense. I'm trying to build a computer, and it's like, my God, what's the point of me building one if they're going to make something like this?
I think the fact that they're putting computing units for the GPU and the clock speeds, yet they didn't bother to do the simple math to actually get the results for it. So they just thought, well, I'm guessing this sounds a lot like this, so I'm going to write this down.
Somebody said, I think Crap Gamer put this out. Oh my God. Oh man.
Not only to mention the CPUs themselves, and not about their clock speeds, but the core count. I don't see us going back. I mean, because right now we're using consoles, the base consoles, with 8 cores. Yeah, sure, it's 4 cores put together, but essentially we're using consoles with 8 cores. And gaming engines, game logic is only going to get more advanced, so they would need more cores. I would say at minimum of next gen, at minimum, it's going to be 8 cores. And
Right.
most likely will use SMT with AMD or hyper-threading with Intel. I doubt they're going to use Intel, but it's going to use multiple threads.
The Jaguar chips now, are they 4-core or 6-core? The chips that are in use now on both consoles.
The chips that are in now, it's 2 modules. It's like two sets of separate silicon essentially put together, but they're both 4 cores, and they make up 8 cores together. 2 of them are used for 2 of those cores are used for the operating system, background tasks and stuff. So there's 6 cores for games available for game development.
Yeah. So my Gamers United is saying the Sea of Thieves 2 is dropping in 2020. Okay, well, I'm sure to have more stuff. So, oh my gosh, Halo Storm, we're still doing. I don't understand why you still do the whole gaming thing. If you're playing the games and you like them, that's fine. I mean, good gosh, man. So yeah. Well, I don't. I don't. Yeah, like I said, when I was looking at them, I'm like, well, these numbers aren't looking like they're going to add up. So, especially when it said 3.7, I'm like, 3.7. What the hell, man? Yeah, Chris Cobra said y'all are in there fighting like children. Yeah, you all are. So yeah, stop fighting like children.
Yeah, 3.7 and 120 frames per second at 4K. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because see, it's going to be the same thing with next gen too. I mean, essentially, using what they posted up there, essentially, there would still be 2 cores or maybe at least 1 locked off for the operating system of each console. So that would mean that the PS5 would only have 3 cores available for game development, and Xbox 2 would have 5 cores available for 4 or 5 cores available for game logic. And right now they're both using 6 cores.
Yeah,
it's not going to go backwards. Yeah,
they're going backwards. Now, all right, we know that it's going to be. We know the leaks earlier, said it was going to be a Ryzen chip. Now, what about the GPU on the Pro? Is that, to me, that seems close. I mean, I think it's going to be 10. Some people are saying it's going to be, I think it's 10 with the Rapid Pack math. That's where they're getting the 20 from. That's my opinion. So when that thing drops,
that could be roughly right. I mean, if that was, from like an actual sense, a source, so that, it could be, that could have been accurate with the 20, essentially meaning like a theoretical peak limit of 20. Is what they would be going on. I mean, it's just like with the Pro, the theoretical peak limit of the Pro is 8.4, but that's never going to happen, of course. But it's still technically what's theoretically capable on paper.
Yeah. Oh, I got you. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I mean, if you take the CPU that they've said, I mean, I'm not going to lie. I think what got me was the DDR5X. I'm thinking, well, that should be a GDDR, but like somebody was either copying this down wrong. But to me, the teraflops for the GPU actually makes more sense than anything. Because I'm like, all right, because I'm thinking it's going to be, because Mark Cerny says you need a minimum of 8. And he just seems like the type of person to say, well, we need at least 8. Here's 10. It seems like that's the kind of the way he is. But who knows? Well, it may be 14 for all I know. So these are dev kits. So yeah, this is funny. So like I said, I love it. It's garbage. I got to say that at 9:45 or 9:40 at night. All right, now what do you all think over there in the chat, real quick? First things first, big hats off to Savage Yuga for breaking these numbers down. Yeah, you all give him a hand. But what do you all think over there? Do you think it's garbage? Or are you all still arguing about games? So, yeah, Ryan Landis said the next gen Xbox controller will have a built-in credit card. Yeah. So, yeah, Kiss Cobra Lee said both consoles have games, so stop. Yeah, I agree. Hey, shout out to Tick with Tick Podcast. I tweeted with him today. He's a pretty cool guy. And yeah, you know, DJ Spartan guy said trash. Yeah. Send D the link. He's got an inside source. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. The PS4 and PS5 specs are garbage. This is what somebody else has said. So he just put garbage. So yeah, nah, man. But that's yeah, bro. I mean, that was it. That's what came to me today, and I think we could both pretty much dismiss it as garbage. So, but it was it was fun. I know it's almost 7 o'clock where you are, bro. So if you want to go ahead and jump on off, I got it. That's cool, and I can take it from here and just kind of chop it up with the chat for another 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna jump on off myself. So because this is a PORCHLyTE podcast, I ain't gonna be going for no hour and a half. So, but you got anything you want to add, Savage? You know?
No, thank you for having me.
Man, no problem. How close do you think you are to finishing Ni no Kuni 2?
I think I just finished chapter 7. There's 9 chapters, so I'm like 3/4 of the way through.
Well, now you're talking. Now you're talking, yeah.
So, as soon as I'm done with this, I'm going to jump on God of War 1, 2, and 3 to get prepared for 4.
Yeah. You get prepared for 4. Yeah, which I'm going to need a lesson in God of War 1, 2, and 3 because apparently this one has nothing to do with those. So what's going on, J Love? So as what the way the people are talking is that this when he went into a different dimension, it was something like that. So we'll have to find out, I guess. So yeah, Halo Storm, you're the only one who still is fighting, and I don't know why, because you know even the podcast I did today, and that was with Xbox people. They were like, "This generation's over. Xbox lost. It's time to move on." So you know, that's all.
Thank you for having me, Craig.
Oh, but brother, no problem, man. Savage, thanks for coming on. And like I said, Savage, man, you just got off work and jumped on, and I appreciate that. Like I said, I didn't know who was going to make it, if anybody, and so I appreciate you jumping on, man. That's a solid. So thanks, brother.
Thanks. Anytime. Yeah. Thank you.
All right. Yep. Take it easy. All right, guys. So what did you all think about those leaked specs? And we got that. We got the Spider-Man news, and so come home, Rambo. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. The thing is, guys, is that you all got to stop the whole back and forth with that part of their community because they're never going to be satisfied. Okay? So it is what it is. So finally watch you debate with Halo. So, oh my God, come on now. So that was unfair to Halo Storm. So crap gamer tier specs. Well, like I said, I mean, I had no idea how those numbers translate. They're supposed to be dev kits, which we all know dev kits are going to be higher than So, I mean, like I said, I would stick with what that leak said about the CPU and just, I mean, my understanding of the GPU that they're working on is something to the level of a 1060, 1070. So we'll have to wait and see. I think we'll get an announcement next year of something. So, oh God, Halo Storm. Nah, brother, you're good. You're good. So, you know. So, you know. So yeah, I mean, you know, that's what they said about the X. As far as, I mean, in the Xbox X is doing exactly what they said it was going to do. So I don't know why they're complaining. I was saying that today that, you know, it's not Microsoft's fault that the people that bought the X didn't do their research. I mean, they just didn't. So what I would have done, I'm talking about the people that are complaining. Let me make that clear. The people that are complaining, so the people that are complaining, they what am I trying to say here? They made it to be something that it's not. I mean, to me, it's doing exactly what it said. So You know, you left your Xbox in El Segundo. There you go, some old Tribe Called Quest right there. So, Sony gonna drop a PS5 trailer teaser? Nah, I don't think so, J Dog. I'm thinking 2020. So those, there you go. Yeah, the Kraken is the that's the actual name of the source. It's calling them the Kraken. That's the name of the source. So who's playing that Monster Hunter World? I haven't played that in a while. I need to get back on that though. So Spider-Man Storm. There you go. It's not a true 4K console. What's not? The Xbox? It is in the sense that the games can get to 2160p. It doesn't hold it. And there's some games that are native 4K. So like I said, Rise of the Tomb Raider. I mean, look, a lot of their first party IP is 4K native. That's a reality. So and people, like I said, the two Forza games are 4K. Gears of War is 4K. I believe Halo 5 is 4K. So, and then they just announced that Far Cry 5 is 4K native. So again, it is what it is. So even Hellblade, now Hellblade is not a first party game, but it's able to get to 4K, but it's I don't know if it's going to be native, but apparently the enriched graphics mode is the mode to go with what this person was saying today on WCC Tech, the modes he played. So not all 4 games are 4K on board. No, and none of them. And again, I don't think. I mean, I know Sony in 2016 they never said that they were going to hit 4K. Whatever it's up to the devs to decide. So Halo and Gears best on Xbox. I'm afraid Gears is best on PC. I don't know about Halo. Yeah, the best versions of your games that Xbox has is going to be on PC. Now, just because you don't like gaming on PC, that still doesn't change the fact that that's the best place for you all to be playing your games. But that's that's a fact. So we got to kill that noise right now. So Serpent, it actually has a body, yeah. So I think Xbox is at about 37 million right now, give or take. I think it's like 36.5, but they're not moving a ton of consoles. Okay, they're just not moving. I mean, they're moving. They're doing okay, but I think they may have. I'm not for sure how many they've even sold this year that's been reported. So, but kind of like they said today, the NPD, and I do agree with them. NPD numbers really don't matter anymore. I mean, it's important that we know them, but like I said, I stopped reporting on NPD in December. So now you all bring it up in the chat, I'll talk about it. So that's kind of what I'm doing. So 6 games without a game. Well, I mean, again, right? I mean, look, I play Sea of Thieves. Like I said, I think there's enough information. I think there's enough there for people to get going on. It's just a matter of Rare's got to drop more content. So let's hope they do it soon. So the Switch is doing real well too. Yeah, I mean, to me, all the consoles are doing well. I mean, it's just some are doing better than others. Yeah, I agree. Dynamic 4K is roughly, which is still very good. I mean, we've gone from 486p to. I remember playing a game on the 360. I was playing a game called I think it was Quake 3 or Quake 4, and I think it was Quake 4, and it was maybe 486p. And I remember I went to the store and got a 720p TV, and I thought I was on in heaven. So Sea of Thieves is trash. Yeah, I know. So gaming console sales are healthy. They're doing pretty good, considering, like I said, the analysts were saying that the console market was dead a decade ago. So One X sold like ass. It sold okay. It did come over what Microsoft. It overperformed the first 2 months. It has underperformed the last 3 months. So did it flop? No, I don't. My opinion, it did not flop, but I don't know what their total projection was. It's like I said, it overperformed and it's also underperformed, so it's kind of right in the middle. So last one was part 2. We'll do COD multi-plat numbers. Okay, well, let the wait and see. Xbox X sold more than the Pro in the US. Okay. That's fine. Happy 5th month anniversary to Xbox One L. Well, technically it's the 6th month. April 6th or 7th, we're in the 6th month. So we'll have to wait and see how it fares. But if it loses another NPD to either Sony or to the Switch, that's crazy. So nothing. I mean, like I said, I think the console's okay. I think it's a good console. It's the best Xbox console. Shout out to Supersonic Wolf. He did make a good point about the 360 being the best, and that's fine. I mean, that's actually not a bad. He made a compelling case earlier. So I did not see that, Fatal. What's going on, Danny Stave? A pencil sold more than the X. Man, y'all are just being cruel now. For Far Cry 5, yeah, I got no issue. I mean, it got a little repetitive, so I put it down. Because you're just in you're just in those territories, and it's a lot like the oh man, Ghost Recon game. You just went to those territories, you kidnap, you capture people or kill people, and that's all I'm doing. It's kind of like, all right, it's getting old. So there are no fights, just a refresher. Okay. 360 had 40% failure rate. Yeah, it did. It was not a well-made machine. They fixed it though. They did fix it. Took them about 5 years, but they fixed it. Yeah, Marvel said the future of Spider-Man is with Sony and Insomniac. Yeah, I saw that. I broke that early, OBJ, but thanks. Yeah, just in case you all weren't here earlier, they have confirmed a partnership with Insomniac and Sony, and the next Spider-Man games will only be on the Sony platform. So Sony must really like what Insomniac did. So we have to wait and see though what it's like. So I don't know why people keep saying the X1 outsold the Pro, and I'm not seeing any numbers on the X1X outselling the Pro. I think it outsold it in December, which makes sense. But because they being Microsoft actually tweeted that out. I don't know about the rest of it though. So, and at this point, it doesn't matter that it outsold. It may outsell it for the rest of the duration it's out. It's just Sony's got so many more consoles out on market. It's a joke at this point. So, yeah, OBJ's late. He's been playing Sea of Thieves. Now you're talking. So, again, Kevin Kendall, the S and the X, they combine the number. That's a combined number. Now we wait on Xbox to cry out in anger for Spider-Man to come there. Yeah, they're doing that now, and I'm literally ignoring those people at this point. It's just, I mean, I did talk to a guy today on his channel. I told him that Sony owns the intellectual IP. I provided the source for him, and he was like, "Oh, okay. I didn't realize Sony actually owned the Spider-Man IP." And that's what I was saying earlier, that, hey, look, I don't mind talking to people about it because I think a conversation does need to be had, but I'm not going to get into this whole somebody's man. I mean, let me ask you all this, and this is for the chat. Why do you think the Xbox community isn't asking for the Nintendo games? Because all the Nintendo's games are all they're all in the Nintendo ecosystem. I mean, there's a reason why they're saying Sony's anti-consumer, Nintendo's not. And again, it's because they want the games Sony has. They just do not want to buy the Sony platform to get them. There's too much evidence of that now. So we just need to say, okay, we just need to move on at this point. And again, the people in the Xbox community, which is 95% of them, they don't give a rat's ass. I mean, they're just playing their games. So we're talking about 5% that's acting stupid. So Microsoft is going in next gen with this next gen console. They learned their lessons this gen. Well, I mean, again, as far as deals, as far as marketing deals, that's fine. It's not like they don't have. They got a lot of marketing deals now, so they get more. Again, Fatal, I don't look at Microsoft as really competing anymore. I mean, I just look at them. They're just another console out there that's providing an entertainment base for me to consume or not. So 3-1 in Australia. Okay, well, again, that's cool. Exclusive wise, all right, cool. I mean, again, that's fine. So I mean, that's fine. You know, I have an Xbox, so it doesn't. Like I said, it doesn't bother me if that's what they did. So, which games are you thinking though, Fatal? Are you thinking like a Splinter Cell, or what are you thinking? Just best guess. You think Tomb Raider's a big one, and that's already been announced. It's coming out. The other big one is Cold Vein. That's going to be. What about Metro? You think maybe they wrap Metro up for a little bit? What do you think, brother? So, oh, you don't have any sources? Oh, okay, well. So, oh well. How was I saw you drinking some powdered milk? Oh yeah, you get that going. So. Yeah, just be careful with those Xbox screenshots. You might get banned. That's true. Insomniac ain't half stepping on that, y'all. That's why I'm like, I tweeted Insomniac Games earlier about the Spider-Man day-night cycle. That's it. That was just a gaming question. I am not going in it on that Spider-Man stuff, man. They didn't piss Insomniac Games off. So you know. Milk liquid, yeah. It's like that milk. What's this white paper thing? I already read it, man. That was about 30 minutes ago. Am I going to get the new Mortal Kombat? I didn't know they were making one. Probably. New Pro God of War bundle sold out. Yeah, I mean, well, because not every Pro is the God of War bundle. So, and if it does outsell the Pro, it's not the. I mean, it's okay. It's okay, guys. It's like that blue milk that Luke Skywalker was drinking, in the Last Jedi movie. So, why is the paper got to be white? That's the paper that's submitted. That's why. So, Spider-Man selfie photo mode is innovative. Yeah, it's gonna have and they said he could take selfies on the street with pedestrians. I think that's pretty cool. So. Okay, Craig, do you think if the Spidey deal goes very well, could Disney give Sony another franchise? Naughty Dog's Punisher. I didn't know Naughty Dog had the Punisher. Well, possibly. Although you got to understand the Punisher, he exists in their TV realm, not in the technical MCU. What's happening on like the Netflix shows with the Defenders, Danny, is none of that. They're not right now. They have not been put into. They haven't been put into the MCU yet. They did with Daredevil's first year, but they haven't mentioned anything in Luke Cage or Jessica Jones. They haven't. They canonized Hammer's stuff, and they canonized the Attack on New York. So GTA 5 has a selfie mode. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, what Spider-Man selfie? Allegedly, 1985. They've got they've programmed a selfie mode. I think it's going to be similar to what Aloy was doing, because that mode that Guerrilla Games had with Horizon Zero Dawn, with those selfies with Aloy, that was a very popular thing. So you know. So Do you think Rocksteady is working on the Superman game next? Possibly, and I hope they can get it right because Rocksteady's actually pretty good. So, yeah, Netflix, The Punisher was good. Daredevil season 2 was just kind of, it wasn't as good as season 1, but it was still good. So, and the Punisher crosses over onto it. So, they mentioned the Wrath in season 2 of Jessica Jones. Yeah, they did. I mean, yeah, they did mention that, and that's a soft canon. That's not a hard canon. So, I mean, you're right. They do mention certain things, but they haven't officially given them that hard canon yet. But you're right, Kevin. That's a very good point. So, don't let Sony release a PS4 Pro Spider-Man bundle. It's a wrap. They have to wait and see what they do. And yeah, I know the collector's edition was sold out. I went to Best Buy today and it was already sold out. Good grief. So, propaganda made up spec sheet by some lying disgruntled ex-bot. Well, look, I think the GPU on the Pro, I think that's close to being real, but everything else was kind of So, and remember, that did not come from Lou Wafa. So, Code Vein is your most hyped multi-plat for the year. Is that the one you're most excited about, or is that like hype, like it's just being overhyped? So, apparently State of Decay is getting a lot of good mentions from PAX East. Now, the only people that are covering PAX that I've seen are Xbox people. So I'm waiting on somebody else to come out and say something. So saw a photo. That was one of his selfies. Yeah, that's what they did. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know if those characters they haven't. I mean, I can say in the comic book world, we want the Defenders to be doing something in New York when Thanos gets there. You would think they would be doing something, but so far nothing. And that doesn't mean. And remember, they said there were 60 Avengers or 60 Marvel characters in Avengers 1, Avengers 3 and 4. So we're just holding out hope. So we're just holding out hope that we get to see them. We think it'll be really cool. So, and remember the what they're doing is we can't nobody, if you see anybody putting a review out before the 23rd of this month, they're lying. Everybody is embargoed and Marvel because we're not going to be able to go see it until the 20th, the weekend of the 20th, next Friday is when we go see it. Oh, you're the one looking for. Are you going? Which system are you getting it on, Savage? Yeah, I'm looking forward to Code Vein too. So, No Man's Sky, you want a VR update? Oh yeah, that would be cool. That would be cool. That could be part of the big update that's coming. So, yeah, Sony's got to do a better job, especially, and they need to talk to Frontier about Elite Dangerous getting that VR. You know, they've already got Valkyrie VR. I mean, I don't know what Frontier is waiting on. So, but yeah. Yeah, Code Vein is, yeah, I'm not for sure what that is, but I'm buying it. So, yeah, I'm all about that. So yeah. Anybody any questions? Yeah, any more movie questions? That movie question got my juice going. Yeah. You're getting Code Vein on the PlayStation? Yeah, I am too. Yeah. Yeah, that'll be mine. So the devs that made Elite Dangerous made Disneyland. Really? Frontier? Okay. PS4 will reach 100 million consoles sold this year. It'll be close. It'll be close. If they're at about 80 right now. So, oh boy, that's a tough ask. This is April already. May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. That's a big ass. I think it'd be closer to February of next year, but we'll have to wait and see. So, I have seen A Quiet Place. Yeah, it was better than I thought it was going to be. So I think Infinity War is tracking right now for 218. So we have to see if it hits it. So Zukai, is anybody playing City Skylines on the PlayStation? I'm sorry, on the Xbox. See Zoo Tycoon, and of course, new Jurassic Park game. Yeah, well, Zoo Tycoon looked interesting. I am going to get the Jurassic Park game. So the Jaguar cores on the Pro are too slow to run No Man's Sky and VR. Okay, what about on the Pro? Could do it on the Pro. I'm looking to get the World War Z game. I love the movie. So the new TCL 4K TVs released May 1st. I'm getting one. Cool. All righty, man. Let us know how that goes. Let us know about your picture. So, but yeah, Quiet Place was better than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, Zoo Tycoon. Yeah, I wouldn't mind looking into that. I like some of those Tycoon games. So, yeah, I think it can run VR on the Pro. But what it doesn't really matter at this point. So, or holding back an Elite Dangerous in VR Pro version. Possibly. Is that what Frontier is saying? So, I have not seen Annihilation. No. So. But we did not get to screen that one. Quiet Place we screened, and we're going to screen Infinity War on the 20th. So not going to talk about Infinity War until the end of the month. Okay? Oh, Frontier said so. Okay. Well, that's fine. I mean, look, that's a difference if they're just not going to do it, and that they're going to leave that for PC. That's fine. So, but yeah, hopefully. Hey, Fatal, let me ask you, do you think No Man's Sky could run VR on the Pro? Just asking. Could run VR on the Pro? MKX feel much heavier and rough to control compared to the roster in MK9. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Any more Infinity War questions? Black Panther questions? Shorthand. Okay, well, do you think the big update that's coming that could be involved? Have you heard anything? Is Cobra said anything, or is he hearing anything? So, I would love to do a podcast with Cobra. My God. So, yeah. Later, 1985. It's 10 o'clock. I got you. I'll be getting out of here in a minute. Nobody's going to ask any movie questions. Black Panther question: what the hell is it coming to TV? When? Probably. I'm going to guess in July. So I'm going to say July because it's got to run for 13 weeks. So that won't be up until May. Then it'll go to the discount theaters, and then we should get commercials on it going to video. So, yeah, man, I'm a fan of Cobra, and I was following him all the way up to the launch, but he does everything on something called Skype, and I do not know anything about Skype. So yeah, see if he will do see if he's interested in doing a podcast, and he can fill us all in on what's been happening. You all both can fill everybody in on what's happening with No Man's Sky. I think that'd be cool. I mean, I want to start doing something I'm looking to do is I want to start doing game-centric podcasts. So I'm going to do one. And Fatal, I don't know if you played Mass Effect 1, but I'm looking for one or two people that I'm going to talk about Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3 at separate times. And that'll be what that podcast is about. It'll be like a 45-minute podcast. So, because there are no more Mass Effect podcasts, and we'll be the only ones doing one. So, Xbox is the best box. Okay. Do I play live streams on Twitch? I haven't in a while. I will do Mass Effect 3 tomorrow on Twitch. So the total box office for Black Panther as of right now is 1.290 million. So 1,000,000,002 million. So and it should the projection, and it's still going. It just passed Titanic for the biggest domestic. So it's just, man, that movie's just making all kind of money. It was good though. So, you know, it was good. So if when I get to 700 subs, I'll do the 25-hour live stream. So and right now I'm still not at 700, but that's what I want to do. I think that'll be fun. So I mean I can start the live stream. I'm off Wednesday and I'm off Friday. So if I hit 700 subs this week, I'll do it Friday. That's kind of what I'm hoping. So. Oh, okay, great. Yeah, I was a big fan of his leading up to the launch. I mean, he was kind of the de facto go-to source. I watched all his videos, so you know. Yeah, and again, I'm gonna start with Mass Effect 1, and then we'll do one on Mass Effect 2, then we'll do one on Mass Effect 3, then we can do Andromeda. So and again, that's 4 podcasts, and I'll do those on the PORCHLyTE, and I just need somebody else who everybody gets someone to sub. Yeah, just sub. Yeah, if everybody here tells one person, that's cool. So, so yeah. And again, it'll just be about the decisions that each of us made and why we made those decisions. So it'll just be a fun, and nobody's doing there are no Mass Effect podcasts at this point. None. Like that entire community is mad and they've gone somewhere else. So this is an opening for us. So yeah. And again, it doesn't have to be a ton of people. Like I said, maybe only be 5 or 6 people watching. The goal is to maybe get 10 of you guys to watch. And, you know, if we can convince 3 or 4 of you all to play it, that's cool too. I agree. Mass Effect is dead. That's why it's time to do a podcast to just talk about what we did in it and what we really enjoyed and stuff like that. So, but yeah, it is dead. Yeah. And those people are mad. I mean, trust me, they are mad. So they are boycotting. They're boycotting Anthem and everything. But I'm not a big fighter guy. But Mortal Kombat's the only fighter I'll play. I agree, Skip Bayless. 2020 that's what I think is going to happen. So. Mass Effect 3 should have been the last one. Well, in the chronological order, it is. You should play Mass Effect 1, Mass Effect 2, then go play Mass Effect Andromeda, and then come back and play Mass Effect 3. So is Anthem still in development? Hell, I think they're going to have a playable demo at EA Play this year. It's fun. Yeah, look, I'm enjoying Mass Effect Andromeda. I created a pretty cool character. I'm trying to romance that girl, Suvi. So, you know, it's not like the last one I played. I hooked up with the Asari that was interviewing you. I hooked up with her. I hooked up with PB, and then I ended up hooking up with Cora. I think that was her name. So I went through all of them. So oh yeah, it's not bad. $20 isn't bad. Yeah. So you don't care about Anthem? Yeah, me too, Savage. I'm not going to buy it. I mean, again, I'm done with EA games except for Madden. I will buy Madden. What level of fun? After I got over the fact it's not Mass Effect 4, I give it a solid. I mean, now that I've kind of gone back in and I know all the stuff that happened with it, I can give it a solid 7.5. And before I gave that game a 5. So yeah, I'm trying to romance Suvi, so some girl on girl. Yeah, I hooked up with Cora the first. I've beaten it I've beaten it twice with a male shepherd, a male rider. Now I'm playing with a female rider. So Madden's not ass. Come on. Deep down, maybe. Now below, yeah, I wanted to tell this about the Xbox One X. and the Xbox. I mean, because they act like the Xbox One S doesn't exist anymore, but below allegedly is going to be 4K, and they're going to have that announcement coming out here soon. So, you think MLB the show is more in depth than I agree with that. You're mad at how Mass Effect Andromeda turned out. Yeah, don't worry. A lot of people are, man. Just try to, if you're playing the game, just try to enjoy the game for what it is. And I was one of the people who was trying to, I tried to make it to be Mass Effect 4, and it's not Mass Effect 4. So, so NFL 2K, yeah. Yeah, I agree. God of War's coming. Yeah, I'm just talking about. I'm gonna do a Mass Effect podcast on Mass Effect 1 on my decisions. So, and matter of fact, you know what? I'm gonna do that. Hell, I'll do that tomorrow at 1:00. It's just gonna be talking about Mass Effect. Anybody that's played Mass Effect 1 is more than welcome to join. Okay, that's what that'll be about, though, and that will be on my secondary channel. So I don't know if can somebody because I can't right now. Can somebody drop the link for my second channel in the chat? Anybody? If you all can go sub to that, I will be on that tomorrow. Tomorrow at 1:00 Eastern time. But if somebody can drop it, my second channel in there for me, fam, I'd appreciate it. So. All Xbox doing is hyping 4K or talking about next gen Xbox. Well, honey hot sauce, it's not all of them. Come on now, it's 5% of them, and not all of them are doing that. So, and but yeah, the ones that are doing that are a vocal minority. I agree with you 100%, but it's not all of them. So, I didn't play. Man, I didn't think I played Madden 15. Yeah. So check out that YouTube link, guys. That's my second channel. And if you're not sub to it, please go sub to it. I've got like 20 subs, and that's just a different pod. That's a different one over there. I'll be talking about UFOs and stuff like that. So, but I'll do a Mass Effect. I don't know what to call it. Maybe Mass Effect Talk or ME. I don't know what to call it. So I got to make up a Mass Effect name. So the Mass Relay. I may call it the Mass Relay Podcast. So I'm gonna call it the Sharon Relay Podcast because that's the relay that's out by Pluto in the Mass Effect thing. So you're thinking about buying the Mass Effect trilogy. The price point is well, if you got, I think Mass Effect 1 is on and Mass Effect 1 is not EA. Mass Effect 1 is on Xbox. All you have to do is go and find it. I think it's backwards compatible. It's got the DLC with it. So yeah, go check it out. Yeah, the voice of Xbox. That's what it is. Well, thanks, Impatient Fire. Yeah, like I said, it'll be 1:00 tomorrow. I promise I will do it. I'll set it up as soon as I get done here. That way you all will see it. And like I said, it's just I'll talk for about anywhere from a half hour to 45 minutes about Mass Effect 1. My Mass Effect, what I did on it, why I did it, and go from there. Because I can't really spoil, well, technically it's a spoiler. So, but I can't spoil your decisions because you're going to make your own decisions during the game. So, but the ending will be spoiled. So just so you know. So, but we'll go through it and we'll have fun talking about it. They're usually different Xbox and Xbox fans or the fans of Xbox. Yeah, and that's what we got. That's what I got to do a better job doing that too, honey hot sauce. So don't feel bad, brother. Don't feel bad. No, it'll be 1 p.m. Eastern time. So that's 10 o'clock on the West Coast if you want to get on up and have a cup of Joe. Because I'll be drinking some hot chocolate and doing it. I know that. So talking about aliens, you must be talking about X. No, I actually do believe the planet's been visited. But I was doing the Sumerian tablet read over there on that other channel. So everybody thought I did. I did not create that secondary channel to talk games. I did it to do a little bit of everything. And tomorrow I'll talk about Mass Effect. But I mostly like doing that for different topics. So because I think people are interested in different things. So yeah, I mean, there are Xbox brand loyal. You're right. I mean, again, and what I'm doing is I'm really not going to engage with those guys anymore. So guys and gals anymore. So, because inevitably you end up wanting to have a conversation with them, but ultimately you get tangled up in a bunch of BS and it's not worth it. At least to me, it's not. I did try to watch the new X-Files and it was trash. So, but I will go back and try to watch it again. I think it's on Netflix. So, but there you go, Robert. Yeah, it's not a matter of. It's just some people believe that there's aliens there. It's just they don't know if they've been here. Now, I take the tack that they have been here. So, but that's my default position. I'm not going to try to convince you of something different. So the Wii U was better than the Xbox One. Again, Skip Bayless, that's a matter of opinion. I mean, if you think it is, then I love it. Like I said, if you like the Wii U, then I love it. So I agree. The first 4 seasons of the original X-Files is some of the best writing I've ever seen and on television. It was nothing like it. Nothing like it. So the trilogy goes on sale digitally on PSN Store. Really? I didn't know that. Okay. But it doesn't play on the PlayStation 4, does it? I don't think it plays on the PlayStation 4. So well, I think the Xbox will get some games seriously at E3. I'm not saying that to be funny or be passive. So, watch LA 92, awesome documentary. Is that about the Lakers? LA 92? Was that about the LA riot? The riot was in 92, wasn't it? It's on PS3. Yeah, and again, I'll talk some more about the PS3 version of Mass Effect tomorrow. So, but Gamers United, what's your content? I just found out about from Ryan's podcast now. Yeah, shout out to Ryan the Professional. He's a cool ass dude, man. Go sub to him. He knows how to do uploads on YouTube, and I do not know how to do that. I don't know if my computer lets me do it. So they get some good games. Yeah, I mean, to me, they've got some good games. You just have to want to go back and play old stuff. I mean, that's, I'm playing Rise of the Tomb Raider on that again, and I'm enjoying that. I'm not, yeah, but they'll get some. They'll be fine. They got some good games. They just, they're upset about nothing to me. So. Oh, you found out about this podcast from Ryan? Okay, cool. Oh, the riots. Yeah, that was I remember when all that happened. So I remember when all that happened. So that was tough. People getting drugged out of their cars and beaten half to death on TV. I mean, it was bad, man. So new good games, you mean? Well, what's good is one man's jump, remember? So yeah, the riots, man, that was like a wildfire, man. That was bad. So yeah. Okay, any Mass Effect questions or Infinity War? Anything? Any movie questions? Open topic. You all can ask me anything at this point. Don't be scared. But remember, go to my secondary channel because that's when I'm going to do that Mass Effect thing. And there's already one called Mass Effect Talk. That's how I found Gamer MD83. So I'm gonna call mine the I don't know. I got to think of something cool. So they need to make a new Predator movie. Oh well, that last Predator movie was garbage. Predators, that was straight trash. So that was garbage. So yeah, Gamers United. You can ask anything, but shout out to Gamers United, man. And he's just, I think he's just being a little bit funny with you all. He's a real cool dude, man. So you know, he saw the toxicity of the Xbox community years ago, and he wanted to get out of that BS. So give him big shout out to him, man. So when arguing with Xbox about one and done single player games, ask them. Well, I mean, Honey Hot Sauce, I'm not arguing. I mean, I'm not going to argue with them anymore. And here's why. If Xbox were the best box to play on, they would have sold 70 plus million consoles, but they haven't. So obviously what they're doing isn't working as well as what Sony's doing. So, and that's the way I look at it. The Shazam outfit looks like trash. Yeah, now we talking. Straight got it. But they haven't put the CG on there yet. So, you know, so yeah, but the Shazam outfit, I don't know if you all saw that. That looked pretty bad, man. I agree. So, well, Gamers United still plays on Xbox. Okay, he just doesn't participate in the BS anymore. There's a difference. So there you go. Gamers United just disclosed something very important. So chill out on what you're talking about with him. Okay. What's going on, Trey BK? Tuda, that's not very funny. So, I mean, if he thinks it's funny, cool, but I don't think that's very funny, but I'll let it go. Captain Marvel, yeah, that looks kind of shady too, don't it, Kevin? So, have I known to? Yeah, I have seen the news. No, I have not. I have not. So, I've not seen the new Spider. I'm buying Spider-Man, so I'm not worried about it anymore. I'm buying it day one. So competitors should be asleep. So there you go. Yeah, Superman's gonna show up in Shazam. Had they done the DCU correctly, yeah. That would have been much better. Superman, Man of Steel 2 should have been the Green Lantern coming to Earth to recruit Clark Kent to go out in space, and then them have something happening in space. That's what I would have done. So, but you know, I'm not in charge of over there. So, well, I don't think he's going to say anything bad, Halo Storm. So, that's trash. You think that's a bad idea? Really? Huh. Yeah. Yeah, Red Dead, that comes out when? And does that come out in September as well? Or is that an October game? So yeah, Spider-Man that collector's edition is selling out all over the world. So yeah. But guys, if there are no questions or anything, I'm gonna bounce out of here. We'll give it another 2 or 3 minutes, see if anybody's got anything. Again, if you can, drop that link again for my secondary channel. I should already have that in the link. I got to do a better job. They did mess up with the Green Lantern. I agree 100%. So, yeah, I don't know if I leave this, if this channel will still be going or not. Nah, it didn't let me change it. Oh, it did. It did. So, let me do this then. I'm going to paste that on there. Oops, remove any web address and try again. All right, well. well, hellfire. I'm going to leave that then. Oh, guys, I'm at 690 subs, so 8 away. Try to find 8 more friends, and then we'll go ahead and do it, man. I promise you, it'll be funny as hell. So I got to work next weekend, though, so it may not be funny. No, the secondary channel is not a Mass Effect channel. It's just tomorrow at 1 o'clock. I'm going to talk my Mass Effect and what I did in Mass Effect 1. I'm not going to talk about Mass Effect 2, Mass Effect 3, or Andromeda. I'm going to talk about my experience in Mass Effect, my choices, and then that'll be the end of that podcast. I'll take any questions on it if people are thinking about playing the trilogy. If you have an Xbox, it will not hurt you to play Mass Effect 1. Okay? So, Spartan guy, okay. Well, that's on you, brother. Yeah, PC Master Race, I know. Yeah, ME1 was awesome. I agree, Halo Storm. And again, I'm going to be talking about it tomorrow. About my experience. I'm not going to be ginning up the game. I'm just going to tell you. Couch podcast tomorrow. Yeah, that's why I'm doing my podcast around 1 o'clock. So, and again, I will set it up as soon as I'm done with this. And the ones that are sub can come on over. And if you're not busy, it's Sunday. And again, it'll be about anywhere from a half hour. I'm looking at 45 minutes. I may go an hour, depending on how I'm going. So, oh yeah, the beast is coming, 10 versus 6. Yeah, that's what the people should start putting out. If you just want to be funny, just start putting that 10 versus 6 out. Just to see what people start doing. I think that'd be funny. So. Must be a post 1996 thing. I'm not sure about that. So. Yeah, you're right. Gaming is a hobby, and if they shut gaming down tomorrow, we'd all be hurt. So, at least I would be. So, you buy? Yeah. Look, if Microsoft may walk out on stage at E3. That would help out a lot. That would soothe a lot of hurt feelings in the Xbox community if EA would do that. But EA ain't gonna do that. But if that's the only way I'll buy EA's games again, besides Madden, that'll be it. So, but yeah, I'd buy that in a heartbeat. Yeah, that'd be something I mention tomorrow. But all right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. It's 10:30, man. I appreciate you all being here for the white paper leak, question mark, infinity. So, yeah, people will go outside. Yeah, I know, like normal people. So, but guys, I'm going to get out of here. Thanks for coming. I do appreciate you all being here. Shout out to Gamers United and Competitive. Thanks for being the mods. DJ Spartan God, Savage, thanks, brother. Thanks for stopping in. And because that was short notice, that was a good time. Again, 1 o'clock tomorrow, secondary channel. Mass Effect 1. My Mass Effect, not anything else but that, what I did, what my choices were, and just going from there. And thanks for coming by, guys. I do appreciate it. Like I said, tell 10 friends to sub, and then I'll do that 25-hour straight podcast, or not podcast, 25-hour straight game cast, and see how that goes. All right, guys, I'm gonna take it easy. You're gonna watch me at church. Oh, wow, that's different. But all right then, man, that's fine. Thanks for coming by, guys. It's been Craig Harris on the PORCHLyTE Pod. I didn't know I was gonna go this long. I normally, this is supposed to be a 45-minute show. But thanks everybody for coming. You guys are great subs. Thanks for hanging out with me with an old man on a Saturday night. You all take it easy, guys. Stay blessed. Peace out.